Many people dream of a nomadic lifestyle, but what does it actually take to sustain this kind of lifestyle? Well, in this video we're going to show you exactly what we have to do to keep making this nomadic lifestyle we live a reality.
Everyone, we're currently in Hawke's Bay. We're about to hit the road for Waipukurau and then on to Wanganui, which is over the other side of the North Island. But this isn't just a sightseeing trip. While we love travelling full time, we have to find a balance between work and travel, and this trip's an example of that. So today we're going to share what life on the road really looks like, including how we save money to fund our offshore sailing adventures. Alright, so let's get the bus started and we'll head off.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete. I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way. Nothing can ruin my day, no matter what anyone.
Even though we both keep working while we're away, Adam's fieldwork means we need to come back to New Zealand every now and then. When we're here, it's our chance to earn as much as we can to help fund the next cruising season. His work takes us all over the country, so we're on the road a lot, which is why we decided to get a motorhome. It's a great way to keep our accommodation costs down while we travel for work. Of course, all this travel takes a fair bit of planning and organising, not just for work, but also for keeping our YouTube channel going.
It's not uncommon for Adam and I to spend several hours sitting together looking at each other's calendars or looking at our calendars together, making sure that we are where we're supposed to be, but making sure that we're also out enjoying this lifestyle that we're working so hard to maintain and sustain.
And no matter how much we plan, New Zealand weather always keeps us on our toes. Sometimes things just don't go as expected and we have to shift things around. But that's all part of the deal. To make this lifestyle work, we need to put in the effort, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
So as much as we love being off-grid, it's also good when lots of field work to be a bit more connected, have a power supply and access to easy showers and things. So that's what we're doing at the moment, but the weather's changed, so it's a little bit like sailing. This field work, you have to respond to the weather. There's a really big storm out in the Tasman Sea, which is on the other side of the North Island from where we are, but it's heavily overcast, and where I'm going to be working is up in the mountains, so it doesn't really make sense to go all the way in there with this bad weather forecast and the storm coming. So it's just a matter of adapting, not worrying about it, changing plans. So we're going to push on to the next stage of our trip, and we're going to double back. It means we're going to have to double back during Easter. For us, connectivity is very important, and so we use Starlink for that. We've been using the Starlink Mini. So this is the Starlink Mini dish. It's the antenna. It's pretty small, just folds up, and the modem's inside here, so you just orientate it using the app. Really easy to use, and it runs off AC or DC, which is an improvement on the other system we use, the Starlink on the boat. But a really funny thing happened the other day. It was down on the ground like this, and then we saw a little girl fall off a little push bike outside the bus, and we looked around, and she looked really distressed. Her handlebars were twisted around and she was heading off, and the mum came over and said, she thought it was a jump ramp. So this is sitting on the ground, and she'd ridden up it on her bike, and there was a tyre mark up the middle. But thankfully it's all still fully functional and all is forgiven at the campground. So I guess it's just the hazards of camping. You might get your stuff damaged. Both the little girl and the mother disappeared before we could have a conversation about any sort of compensation. But turns out it's not needed, so yeah, and that gives us access anywhere in the world, so it's a pretty good deal if you're serious about connectivity. Oh, anywhere in the world, but not on oceans. That's a different kettle of fish, which I won't go into right now. Anywhere around land on the world. It's basically everywhere.
Saving and living simply are a big part of making this lifestyle work. We focus on the essentials, cooking our own meals, buying in bulk and keeping expenses low so we can spend more time on the water when we're back on Taiko. Budgeting is key. We track what we spend, cut out what we don't need and make small choices that add up over time.
So we bought the 2 big tins of beans because we often make homemade baked beans for breakfast, and the bigger tin of beans were cheaper. and it means we use less gas, so we'll just end up freezing down some portions. We withdrew 30,000 francs for the month till the 16th of February shop. So that's $462.27 New Zealand dollars. And so today we spent 8,447 francs that we spent for what you saw on the table here. So that is approximately $130.16 New Zealand. Now I say approximately because we use a currency exchange and it's not always that accurate. But if I go into the banking app, we can see, oh no, we can't because we used cash, so forget about that. Alright, and so that's that. And so now we're left, out of that 30,000 or 31,000, we are left with 10, 20, 21, 22,500 francs is what we're left with till the 16th of February for food. So 22,500 francs is $346.68 New Zealand. So not too bad. And just to remind you that some of this is for provisioning, so for future use too. So we're limited by, obviously, by money first and foremost, and by how much we can actually carry back with us. So not too bad. It's expensive in Yemea because everything's imported from Australia, most of things. And the Orgeon card gave us, our points gave us 42 francs off our overall budget, our overall spend. So that was pretty good.
Staying with friends helps us save too, and it's not just about parking up. We get access to things like laundry, and we always make sure to contribute, whether that's helping with groceries, cooking meals, or lending a hand around the place.
A really nice thing is we were staying, the neighbours let us park the bus on their driveway. So it's quite funny because it's at the neighbour's house. But so we're about to go to the neighbour's house and put some of the stuff aboard and rip into some jobs.
So there's Taiko, hey? Right there. Now we're going to have to walk around. See here? We have all of this to take with us.
It's quite heavy.
Yeah.
Trolley's a good idea.
We're also slowly building support for what we do. In the past year, we've had amazing people join us on Patreon. YouTube finally started paying us. We earned our first 12 cents after 3 years of making videos. Honestly, it was the hardest and most satisfying 12 cents we've ever earned. And now we've started putting ourselves out there. We've even started putting stickers on the bus to help spread the word about our channel and journey wherever we go.
I think the Tāiko on the front's actually straight. I've got a thing with stickers. I can never get them straight, and I've been trying with tape.
Not just stickers, putting holes in things too. He tries his hardest.
I get incredibly irritated with stickers because I think, oh yes, and then you look at it as the peel's coming off and you realise, no, it's not straight.
And he hides his irritation so well.
I like to get it out. You can't hold these things inside, otherwise it's not good for anyone. It's not good for anyone either way.
And it doesn't even matter to me where I go. I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight.
So as you can see, to make this lifestyle work, we actually have to work really hard for it. We're constantly trying to find a balance between work and travel.
So the crux of it is that we have to work hard, save all the money that we can, and live as simply as we can to make this work. It's not always easy for us to balance work and travel, but we work hard to do so, and like Adam said, it's important to us that we do, and it's so worth it to us too.
Almost made it to Wanganui. We've just pulled in for a break, and we'll be back on the road again shortly.
Yes, so we hope you've enjoyed this episode on how we make all of this work, and if you're interested in seeing how we do it from Taiko when we're actually away from New Zealand, then let us know in the comments and we'll put something together. Join us next week where we start our Cape to Cape trip, and that's going across the North Island from the a cape on the west coast to the East Cape on the east coast.
I think we're going to see some amazing places on that trip.
We have amazing spots in mind, so make sure to join us then and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and to our Patreons for your amazing support. See you next Sunday.
See you.